I loved Jack. I still love Jack. Though he had many significant relationships with women in his life, including Fran, Marcy, and Jeannie, I am so privileged to have spent the last 10 years of his life in a very close relationship. We spent many times reflecting on our lives at this point. That's what we tend to do. In addition, I just want you to know that there are many qualities that I could describe regarding Jack, and yet I've selected two that most everyone in the room is familiar with. First, Jack loved routines. And secondly, Jack was frugal. Jack's routines are known far and wide. Of course, he went daily to Dagny's, and before that, at the Sequoia Sandwich Shop, to write and to observe people. They were the inspiration for his poetry and short stories. And then on Sundays, he routinely would go to Trader Joe's for his weekly shopping. And then on Saturdays, he would come over to my home. We would watch a movie and have lunch. We facetiously and euphemistically called this our nooners. Jack's routines extended not only to Bakersfield, but also when he traveled. When we were on cruises, Jack would typically find a spot in the atrium every morning where he could write and observe people. And that was his dag day, so to speak. And then in the evening, he would routinely return to the same spot and enjoy his scotch before dinner. So routines were a part of his life, and that mixed well with my personality as well. Secondly, as you all know, Jack was frugal. Some might use more derogatory terms, such as tightwad, whatever. But he loved to go places, but when you went out to dinner with Jack, you knew it was going to be Dutch Street. Unless you had a coupon for the restaurant. In addition to that, his home was rather simple. When his patio, indoor-outdoor carpeting got old and frayed, no problem, that's good for Jack. When his ice maker went on the blink, no problem. Sally, would you lend me some ice cream trays? When his oven went on the blink, he says, no problem, I have a microwave. So his frugality was well known, and yet, as has been mentioned here previously, he was generous when it came to the problems in our world. He gave generously to Bakersfield College. He gave generously to the Episcopal Church. He gave generously to UNICEF, Save the Children, Doctors Without Borders. So his giving was meaningful giving. I'd like to close with a poem that Jack penned about 2 years ago, visiting his beloved family on the East Coast, Laura, Michael, Henrik, Rachel, and Tessa. They're a delightful family. At any rate, this was written in Rockport, in their home on the beach. And it's simply called A Birthday. As I turn into a new year, I feel the cycle rearranging, narrowing, the road to the ocean shorter, where I will sit on a rock and see the expanse before me. I do not walk on water, only the earth behind me, with the soft fallen snow in the winter and the rising green springs. I could spread tears on the rock. Instead, I will enfold myself in memories as the waves embrace me.